Hi guys, welcome to another video. I am so excited. I have a luxury bag unboxing today. It is my first ever pre-loved bag and it's in this box, so stick around to see what I got and you can hear all about it, why I decided to buy a pre-loved bag after all these years when I've said I never would. I'm eating my words. Let's get going. So let's get into it. What is in this box? So just before I open it, just want to say a massive thank you to anybody and everybody who is watching, subscribing, liking, all the rest of it. But if you aren't subscribed and you would like to be, you know what to do. Anyway, I want to get into this box, but just before I do, I want to just explain a little bit why I have decided to buy my first ever pre-loved bag. Now I've made videos on the fact that I won't be buying a pre-loved bag, that I'm too scared to buy one, that I don't trust the system, all of the rest of it. It's nothing to do with the fact of not wanting a pre-loved bag or it has to be new. It's nothing like that. It's more, there's so many horror stories regarding pre-loved bags and checking the authenticity and all the rest of it. It's just scared me and I have stayed away from it. However, as you know, I have sold a couple of bags and items recently, so I'll come on to that later, but it's given me a little bit more confidence in looking at pre-loved. Anyway, we'll explain it later. Let's get into it. So here is the box and this is how it came. I did open it obviously to check it over and this is how it arrived. So you can see Fendi, and there we have the shopping bag. Now this didn't come with a box. With a Fendi box, I don't care about that. I knew it wasn't coming with a box, but it did come with the dust bag. So here it is. Any ideas, guys, what you think this might be? I'm so really excited. I'm really excited. So let's get into it. Beautiful dust bag. And here it is. So welcome to this is called the Fendigraphy and this is the small size. Obviously in the black with the gold hardware, and you can see underneath, I'll try and get this right way around. You can see there, it's got beautiful Fendi underneath. Just honestly, I love it so much. My very first ever pre-loved bag, and it's actually my only Fendi bag. Now it's not my first ever Fendi. I did have a peekaboo years ago. I've talked about that. It didn't work for me. I got the wrong size, blah blah blah, timing and everything else. However, yeah, I did sell that one, and yeah, I've been looking at the Fendigraphy for quite some time. I have mentioned it on my channel before in terms of looking for a bit more of a hobo style bag. So you can see this, this obviously got nothing in it. It is quite slouchy and soft and it's just beautiful. It's actually very light even though it's got the metal underneath, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can see the beautiful leather. It smells amazing. And then the detail on the side, obviously the Fendi in the gold writing underneath. Now I don't know if this will come up on camera or not, but it does have a couple of scratches underneath, particularly on here somewhere. But I knew about that anyway. I knew it wasn't completely pristine. And yeah, you can't really see it in real life. I think it might come up a little bit more under the light. But it's going to get tarnished. It's on the bottom. It's quite aged looking anyway. I don't mind about that. So let's get into the bag. So this is the small size and it is actually a very good size, as you can see. And it's got the top handle. It's also got some extra D-rings, which I think the idea is that you buy one of the Fendi, maybe one of the canvas straps, or you can put your own strap onto this, or you can do whatever you like. And I think it's got different adjustments here, so you can make this slightly, I think that's on the longest, so I think that's how it's supposed to be, just doubled up like this. But you can make this smaller. Now I assume the only way you'd make it smaller is to try and make that sort of moon shape, which, yeah, don't think I would ever do. Anyway, it's actually a very good size. So have a look inside. It is just fabric inside. And it's very spacious. It's just very easy to get in and out of. So the zipper feels very easy, one-handed to do. It feels, yeah, very easy, even though it is a moon shape. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. And what I do like about it as well is you're going to fit quite a lot in this, but also it goes over the shoulder really, really easily. So why this particular bag? Well, two reasons. I did a video not long ago where I was talking about wanting to look at hobo bags, and this was on the list, and I just wasn't sure which one of them I really wanted, and there was something stopping me from getting any of them. Mainly the price of them. I wasn't sure how much I would use it and all the rest of it. So it was always in my mind. However, I don't live near to a Fendi store, and I can't keep nipping in and having a look and trying it on and all the rest of it. So yeah, I've sort of loved it from afar. I've seen it a couple of times in London, and there's always been something else on my mind at the time, and I've just never pulled the trigger. And I think it's around about 2,000, 2,200 in the UK at the moment. And I just wasn't sure I wanted to spend that on something I wasn't sure how often I would use it. So, and another black bag, but of course I love the black with the gold. Anyway, something was just stopping me. And then I saw a video, and I'm blaming Minnie from Minx for All, and I will link her channel and her video in the description box below so you can have a look at it, because she has bought this bag quite recently, and she did a really amazing review, very detailed, full review and her thoughts on this bag. And yeah, it just sold it to me. I just kept looking at it and thinking, it is amazing, it is beautiful, maybe I should pull the trigger. And actually it was one of the things that I was going to have another look at when I go to London, which is quite soon now. I'm going to go to London quite soon. So yeah, I'm blaming you, Minnie, in a good way that yeah, you sold this to me, and I did actually think I need to have a proper look at it when I go to London. Then I was on holiday. I've been away for 2.5 weeks. We've been doing a road trip through France and Italy, friend's wedding. It's been insane. Anyway, I had a little bit of downtime. Got scrolling on my phone, which is always very dangerous when you're away. And I kept looking at Vestiaire, which is a little bit of a go-to website for me. Just have a look and just to see what's out there. And this popped up. And it was such a good deal. It actually worried me that there was something wrong with it, because it was such a good deal. I got this for less than half the UK retail price. And literally it is like brand new. As I say, there's a couple of little tarnishes on the bottom which you can't really even see, but I did know about, and I'm really not worried about that. The rest of it is absolutely beautiful. It's pristine. So yeah, I just felt like it was just meant to be. I was a little bit concerned why it was so so good value, but I just think Fendi in particular, they don't really hold the value. So I don't think it was out of line with others that are on the pre-love market, but it felt like too good to be true. However, it's here. I've checked it over. Vestiaire, obviously, I've authenticated it. They're happy with it. I'm happy with it. I've held this bag in my hands before in London, so I do know what it did feel like. And Minnie's review has just set I suppose it's now I've got the bag, it's given me a lot more knowledge to check over this bag myself and look for even like the little details that Minnie was talking about with the little FFs at the end of the zipper and things like that. It's just, so thank you, Minnie, for that, because it's just given me a lot more information to, yeah, just to be sure that I am happy with it, and I am happy with it. I'm really, really happy. So hopefully that answers why this bag, because this was one that came up, just happened to be on Vestiaire. And why pre-loved? Well, so I've obviously got, I believe, a really, really good price for this. So I feel like I've got a good deal on something I probably wouldn't, I might have bought, might not have bought. it felt too expensive for me. But at this price, it was a, oh yes, I'm going to go for that. So that was one reason for the pre-loved, and the other reason why I'm eating my words is because I've sold a couple of things recently, and it's given me a little bit of comfort. I sold a couple of things on Vestiaire as well, and as well as I sold 2 bags with Bag Easter, which again was a good experience. But I've sold a couple of things on Vestiaire, and the amount of information they wanted from me, photos, extra documentation, extra information before they would even list my items, gave me some comfort that as a seller, they were doing their homework before they allowed me to list my item. And so now as a buyer, it's given me a little bit more comfort that they must have done that with this seller as well. And the fact that they've authenticated it, and the fact that I've hopefully got enough knowledge, and Minnie's knowledge on her review hopefully has put my mind at rest that this is perfect. So yeah, I am eating my words. I'm not going to suddenly be buying a ton of pre-loved bags. It still scares the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie, but I think at this level of price compared to what it was, I felt it was worth the risk. Because also I can also go back to Vestiaire. You feel like you're covered. You're not buying it from a private seller where you are, um, I don't know, have to put so much trust into somebody that you've never met and don't know and all the rest of it. So yeah, I felt a little bit more secure in doing it. Anyway, this is my absolutely beautiful Fendigraphy, and like Minnie, she has the beautiful O-lock chain, which I'm now thinking I actually do need because it is really expensive. And I think that was the other reason for putting me off buying this full price, because the price of this full price was, yeah, it was pushing it for me, but then I would have wanted the chain handle as well. And that just put it way above what I would have spent on this. Whereas now I've got this at half the price, I can sort of in my head maybe justify the O-lock, so the O-lock chain. So yeah, I will have a look at that when I go to London and just see how heavy it is and how beautiful it is and whether it's worth doing, or whether I just get there's so many places on Etsy and elsewhere, aren't there, where you can just get a chain handle. So, and I may have a couple of chain handles actually that I might be able to use. So I'll trial it out before I spend any more money. Anyway, that's enough about this bag. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it was worth taking the risk? Do you think I've done the right thing? Do you like the bag? Do you think it's edgy enough? What do you think? Let me know. Put in the comments below what you think. And other than that, thank you for watching. See you on another one.